Hi, hello my dear students. Welcome to my video lecture class. Right up to now I uploaded few lectures on this topic motion in a plane, subtopic oblique projection. Right, today we are going to discuss very important topic. Like this, any question is given for this concept. This concept is very important in case of a NEET and JEE and AIMS too. So because this concept is more shortcuts while solving any type of question is given. Whether we apply these shortcut methods, easy to get answer. Within 1 minute we got answer. But if you don't consider these shortcut methods, if we struggled for the answer for this question. So friends, be focused, observe carefully. Today lecture is very easy and very important too. Right. So observe carefully, ma. If a body projected in air, projected, if two bodies I can say, right? If two bodies are projected in air, projected in air, projected in air, then two bodies makes angles theta 1 and theta 2 with the horizontal, with the horizontal, with the horizontal, and this is very important point, sum of these two angles, sum of these two angles is equal to 90 degrees, is equal to 90 degrees. That means angles are complementary, angles are complementary. So already we studied in mathematics, whenever angles sum is equal to 90 degrees, those angles are called complementary angles. Angles sum is equal to 180 degrees, those angles are called supplementary angles. So here angle sum is equal to 90 degrees, that's why these angles are called complementary angles. So what is given question mark? Two bodies projected in air. For example, I represented in diagram here. One body is projected like this. It made an angle theta 1 with the horizontal. This is first body. Second body also projected into the air. It made an angle theta 2 with the horizontal. Theta 1 and theta 2. Two bodies makes an angle theta 1 and theta 2 with the horizontal. Right. Then sum of these two angles theta 1 plus theta 2 is equal to 90 degrees. So these angles are called complementary angles. Complementary angles. Complementary angles. These angles are called complementary angles. Theta 1 plus theta 2 is equal to 90 degrees. Then what are the conditions here? For example, this is nothing but what ma here? This is nothing but here range R1. For this one, this is what ma? Range R2. I already discussed what is meant by range. The distance from point of projection to the point at which body touches the ground. This distance is called horizontal distance. This is also called as range. This is range R1, this is range R2. So R1 and R2, this is height. Here height is H1, here height is H2, here height is H2, here time of flight is T1, here time of flight is T2. So we need to find here relations between H1 and H2, T1 and T2, R1 and R2, right? First relation. Whenever angles are complementary angles, theta 1 plus theta 2 is equal to 90 degrees. Very important point, be careful. Here theta 1 plus theta 2 is equal to 90 degrees. Then ranges is same. Ranges are same. That means R1 is equal to R2. Ranges is same. Whenever angles is since theta 1 plus theta 2 is equal to 90 degrees, definitely range R1 is equal to R2. Range R1 is equal to R2. Next, one more thing. T1 by T2 is equal to, we represented in tan theta. Relation between time of flights. T1 by T2 is equal to tan theta. Next, third relation. T1 into T2 is equal to square root of 2R by G. Square root of 2R by G. T1 into T2 is equal to square root of 2R by G. From this, T1 into T2 is directly proportional to range R, because range is same here. T1 into T2 is equal to square root of 2R by G. This is third relation. Next, fourth relation. Next one is fourth relation. G. Fourth relation. H1 by H2 is equal to tan square theta. Fifth relation. H1 plus H2 is equal to U square by 2G. U square by 2G. Next, sixth relation. R is equal to 4 into square root of H1 H2. R is equal to 4 into square root of H1 H2. Next, seventh one here. Observe carefully. What is seventh one now? R is equal to 2 into H1 plus H2. H1 plus H2. So this is seventh equation. Range R maximum is equal to, this is R max is equal to 2 into H1 plus H2. This is the seventh equation. So these are very important. Whenever we projected two bodies, it makes angle theta 1 and theta 2. The sum of the angles theta 1 plus theta 2 is equal to 90 degrees. That means angles are complementary. At the situations, we consider T1 by T2 is equal to tan theta. T1 into T2 is equal to square root of 2R by G. H1 by H2 is equal to tan square theta. H1 plus H2 is equal to U square by 2G. R is equal to, this is very important. So up to now, previous year questions like AIMS and NEET you observe. So based upon these concepts, definitely asked the question. So this year JEE Mains also asked the 2020 JEE Mains first shift. So based upon this sixth formula, one question is asked. So if you know the formula, directly applying formula, you got easily getting answer. So listen students, be careful and observe carefully whatever the formulas we discussed in the lectures. These are very helpful for solving questions in whatever the questions we discussed in worksheet and like a previous year NEET questions, right? So observe carefully. So this is about complementary conditions. Next, we discuss the most important application after completion of this application. So and the most important points, that is the end of this oblique projection concept. So right, next so important application 1. If a body projected in air with some velocity, it makes an angle theta with horizontal, it crosses points A and D in time interval in time interval in time interval t1 seconds. It crosses points b and c in time interval t2 seconds. Then find relation between t1, t2 and maximum height h. Sorry, height h. So what is given question here? Observe carefully. What is given question here? So observe carefully, ma. If your body projected in air with some velocity, it makes an angle theta with the horizontal. It crosses points A and D in time interval t1 seconds. It crosses points B and C in time interval t2 seconds. Find the relation between t1 and t2 and height h. Observe carefully. So this is represented in diagram. How we represented in diagram this? Observe carefully here. So this is one point, this is another point, this is one point, this is another point, this is A, this is point D, this is point B, this is point C. So here, this is point A, this is point D. So here, distance between BC and AD is equal to H here. That is represented in small h. Distance between BC and AD. Here h means distance between BC and AD. Distance between BC and AD is h here. So body crosses A and D points in t1 seconds, B and C points in t2 seconds. This is crosses is in t1 seconds. Here it is crosses in t2 seconds. Right, relation between t1, t2 and h. So here relation between t1, t2 and h. t1 square minus t2 square is equal to, so is equal to square root of 8h by g. So t1 square minus t2 square is equal to 8h by g. T1 square. Well, to continue my lecture on this topic, oblique projection, t1 square minus t2 square is equal to, sorry ma, here just you consider 8h by g. t1 square minus t2 square is equal to 8h by g here. t1 means the points crosses A and D in time interval t1 seconds. Points crosses B and C in time interval t2 seconds. Here h means distance between BC and AD. So t1 square minus t2 square is equal to 8h by g. This is a very important application. Some questions asked based upon this application. So be focused and observe carefully. So one more thing, if you love the concepts of physics, definitely you did well in doing well in that competitive exams like a NEET and JEE. So first understand the concept very well and write the formulas, note down the formulas. So if you had command on the concept and formulas, if you are easy to crack any competitive exams like a JEE and a NEET. I hope you understood this lecture. If you had any doubt regarding this lecture, please mention in comment box. So I hope today's session is completed successfully. So next lecture we will discuss some more detailed points on this oblique projection. Thank you so much.